can see my reflection of me, Mario. In addition to that though, that Lakitu with the camera is still looking at me from the back. But either way though, it knows what it is when it comes to likely seeing reflections to each other. But anyway, hey, what's up everyone? It is I am the one and only Maxi here, and I am back for yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos as always. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Super Mario 3D All-Stars while playing through Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo Switch. So, excuse me, last time we actually did manage to able to completely done with the forms of, I would say, Shifting Sandland, and also we've managed to 100% everything on Dire Docks, and also we beat Bowser for the second time. So either way, today for this episode is the fact that we are about to be moving on to the forms of the next course in terms of the Super Mario 64 game, while we're still playing through Super Mario 3D All-Stars version of the game. So yeah, let's hop right into course number 10, Snowmans Land. And the first mission we have is Snowman's Big Head. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this thing to it. And hopefully we're able to actually just I think I might actually decide to do 2 courses in one video, just because, well, for the grand total of stars wise, we're able to actually expect to get 7 stars for 2 worlds. So that might be my part of the plan, especially noticeable about the fact that, relatively speaking, that we've almost nearly at the end for the sake of the Super Mario 64 game portion of the likes of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And after we're done with that, we'll pretty much move on to Super Mario Sunshine. So either way though, yeah, let's just go ahead and try to avoid getting blown off by the forms of that particular giant snowman's head, because obviously if you dare blow off, then obviously not only do you able to go back to the very beginning of the level, but also that you lose your hat in the process. So, which I don't suppose that we actually did manage to able to did that particular hat list for the sake of the forms of the entire Let's Play of not only for the original version of Super Mario 64, but also Super Mario 64 DS, and we might also do the same thing for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars version of this game. So either way though, can you get up there? Thank you. That grabbing on ledges can be a bit fickle at points, but regardless of such, we got ourselves the Power Star. And at this point in time is the fact that, well, relatively speaking, that I think I should probably do those missions like a cakewalk. So, anyway, so let's move on to the next mission, which is Chill with the Bully. So, in this case though, it kind of feels like a similar thing as new forms of how it does in Lethal Lava Land, except the fact that we now need to deal with this bully, or to be more specifically, the ice bully, onto the actual, likely, in a frozen pond. So, but if you dare touch the frozen water, well, it's not so much on the forms of the actual water you can able to swim to, but the ones in the forms of the actual arena that you can able to face off against with Chili Bully, basically though, that you would able to actually lose a bit of health if it actually functions kind of the same deal as lava and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty easy for this mission though. Mission number 3, in the Deep Freeze. So, unlike the DS remake, that basically all you have to do is basically we have to use Yoshi for that mission in order to able to deal with Yoshi's ice sculpture, whilst in there, basically we have to navigate for this icicle maze, and basically that's all you have to do. Just basically you have to figure out the correct pathway for the sake of the entire maze, and then if you see that little hole up and above, that's where we can able to actually just to get out of there, and then there's also another hole which leads us to the Power Star down below. Yeah, pretty easy. Okay, sorry for this quick jump cut right there, because my capture card just almost glitches out. So, thankfully though, that our progression is saved, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that for right about now. So, Mission 4, Well from the Freezing Pond. So, yeah, basically it's the fact that we now need to rely on the forms of one of those flower-like enemies that, as you noticed from about a few moments ago, ever since whenever we did done the first mission on this world. So in this case though, we need able to use these guys to able to actually just hop on to the next section to the other, like this for instance. So, however, we need to do this twice by the way, or actually technically 3 times, because obviously with the 100 coin Power Star mission coming up, then obviously we'll try to deal with that. So 79 power stars. So I think, relatively speaking, I think we've actually got about 41 power stars left until we reach up to 120 power stars total. Alright, onwards to the next mission, which is shell sledding or shredding for red coins. So, yeah, once again, we have to collect those red coins and stuff like that. Whilst unlike the forms of how it does on Super Mario 64 DS as a remake, that in order to be able to find those red coins, you have to find them in, you know, in the actual igloo itself. So, that might be something that's worth knowing to discuss. So anyway, let's just go ahead and use these little enemies yet again, ever since in the previous mission. So accept the fact that rather than just, well, activate that particular yellow exclamation mark block on the left, instead we need to hit the right one that actually contains the actual green shell to able to actually just take a ride on. So either way though, we'll just you know, grab all these red coins and stuff, so hopefully that maybe seems too easy and stuff like that. So, yeah, a few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that I somehow just gone all over the place with this green shell somehow. That's mainly because about the fact that I need to be very careful not able to get into that freezing area over there, like I said, because obviously that if you dare get hit by, well, it's hard to explain about it sometimes, because I know it has been, oh, stupid Mr. Blizzard. Okay, whatever. At least we got the power star from the get-go, so, and that pretty much leads us to 80 power stars, so, yeah, I believe we've only got about 40 of them to go, so, anyway, so now let's head back in here for the final time, because in addition to trying to take care of the final mission on this world, into the igloo, I'm also going to be focusing on the 100 coin power star mission as well. So, yeah, not long now until whenever we're able to accomplish certain things like this, especially that, you know, like I said, that we've almost pretty much finishing up with Super Mario 64 portion of the likes of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So, in this case, though, we still got a whole ways to go. So, either way, though, imagine, if you will, about the fact that we're able to try to tackle through a lot of Let's Plays throughout, I think. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just, you know, try to make this Mr. Blizzard spin around, and if we do it quite enough times, then, well, assuming if I was trying to do it properly, and it should able to actually tilt me. Oh, dang it, that didn't work. Few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that today's day is, of course, the 17th of January today, in this case in 2022 today. So it looks like that for those of you who lived in the UK, that Mario Party, the top 100, just recently managed to came out for about 8 years ago now, specifically in the UK version. So even then though, that, man, time flies. So, and also, in addition to that though, is the fact that until specifically, I would say next month, that the Lego movie will be also become, I would say, 8 years old during that time. So even then though, that, where did all that time go? I have no idea. That's mainly because about the fact that I know it has been quite a few days ago since I actually did manage to last watch the Lego movie and stuff like that, which is still is a great movie indeed. But ultimately speaking, I haven't exactly touched upon the film for quite a long time, even though, mind you, that it does manage to, you know, did so well for the sake of time. So, anyway, and another thing I wanted to discuss upon, and that is the fact that I've also managed able to watch this very odd and bizarre film that I've recently watched, and that's what appears to be, I would say, the film that is made by a Germany film artist, and that's what appears to be by the films of Veli D. I think that's what it's called, even though that film did came out ever since in 1994, the same year as when The Lion King came around, and well, I've seen the movie on the English dub version of the film from the likes of the YouTube user, and holy cow, it is goring and also a lot darker at the same time. Although, mind you, about the fact that that film has usually been made by Germany film artists, so because it was originally going to be exclusive to Germany, but as a result though, they've got the English dub, so as a result though, they've managed able to include not only adult humor, but also a lot of strong language here and there. And also not to mention though, is the fact that it has a lot of violence and gore, which I was like, holy crap, I've never seen like that film like that before. Although, mind you, is the fact that it did manage to receive so well for some reviews and stuff like that. However, though, is the fact that I'm pretty sure in the UK, basically they never actually get the film in the UK. Although I'm pretty sure the United States of America technically has that. Although, mind you, I haven't exactly looked upon that film for quite some time until now. Although, mind you, because of how the fact that it's like a darker, edgier version of the Aristocats. So, in this case, though, it's all about cats and stuff like that. However, though, it's going to be involved around a lot of, like, murders and crimes and stuff like that. And I was like, holy crap. That is when Sausage Party exists. That usually, relatively speaking, it wasn't until in 2016 that basically it managed to release Sausage Party. So in this case though, yeah, I guess it's kind of like after when Feli D just managed to exist. Well, to be more specifically in Germany, so yeah, it's kind of bizarre, honestly. So, but I enjoyed it for quite a bit, even though, mind you, that the lip-syncing doesn't match up to the English dialogue though, but that's okay by me, because even then though, this has obviously been made from Germany and stuff like that, with all the like, I know it's animated and stuff like that, which to be expected with most films came out in 1994. Like, for instance, like I said before, the biggest film of that particular year is of course The Lion King, and also there is the a pretty mediocre Aladdin sequel, which is The Return of Jafar, mainly because that film is like really short, and especially noticeable it's kind of rushed in certain areas, and plus it's almost like a pilot to the TV series, which is of course Aladdin TV series, if you probably already know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so then we've actually got the 100 coin Power Star, and of course the final Power Star in Snowmans Land. So there we go. So 10 worlds done and only 15 worlds to go, including some more of those castle secret Power Stars, and I think we've only got about 3 of them left. So in terms of those castle secret Power Stars and stuff like that. So now let's move on to this next world right here, and as you can tell, we are now on to course number 11, Wet Dry World. The first mission we have is Shocking Arrow Lifts. So the main emphasis on this level is the fact that in order to keep on changing the water level, that we need to keep on activating those switches in order to progress. So yeah, that's basically how this mission goes. So I wish I could able to do a triple jump over there, but unfortunately though, I keep messing things up with all that. Not only for the actual jump angle, but also that particular, I would say a fireball, or that, well, I don't know what you call that particular object, mind you, because it has been, well, I would say 3 days ago since we actually last touched on this game, because, well, to be more specifically, Super Mario 3D All-Stars in general, mainly because about the fact that, obviously, that Ray the Flying Squirrel just managed to actually continue playing Mario Party 7, which, at this point, I'm pretty sure he's now onto the halfway point in terms of the actual boards already, before he moves on to the forms of some extra stuff of Mario Party 7. Actually, I'll get to more on that later. Mission number 2, Top of the Town. So, yeah, that's how this mission plays out. So, anyway, and, something's worth mentioning about this point also is the fact that, relatively speaking, as far as what I've heard about the forms of some consumers, or especially noticeable with the forms of the fact that, relatively speaking about the fact that, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, about the fact that, yes, the new Mario Kart Tour event is gonna take place in the forms of, Singapore, which is pretty interesting, all things considered, at least for what I've heard about it anyway. Although, mind you, is the fact that I've already played that tour before, and it looks like that not only do we get ourselves another cosmetic character, which this time around is Luigi, but also we get ourselves another color for the sake of Koopa free-running outfit, or free-runner, which, you know, based off from Super Mario Odyssey, for those of you who already know what I'm trying to say. And this time around, though, we're now able to actually come across into purple color for the sake of the forms of Koopa free-running character, which is pretty interesting, all things considered. And also, for the sake of the forms of the Luigi's outfit this time around, though, for the cosmetic character they include, for the sake of the forms of the single pool tour, but in addition to the forms of the new track they actually include, which is of course Singapore Speedway, which I will say from the track itself, especially noticeable it takes place in nighttime, is actually pretty impressive in my opinion, although sure I'm mostly able to get wrecked by the forms of several computer players like as always, and of course the stupid RMG when it comes to those stupid gotcha moments, which I still have no idea why I complain about that. Mission 3, Secrets in the Shallows and Sky. So, in this case, we need to find 5 secrets in this place. So, obviously, if you already know about this, ever since in the forms of not only the original version of Super Mario 64 Let's Play, but also Super Mario 64 DS as well, then they're basically on the exact same locations. So, in this case, one of them involves around in this yellow exclamation mark block. And also, we need to shove this little giant cube to the right. And of course, there's another one somewhere in here, just to shove that cube just in here. And, I believe the other two is going to be, like, slightly higher up. So in this case, though, you can either just use the triple jump in order to able to make it up there, but I swear to God, it is actually a lot difficult to reach up there. Or you can able to actually use those very annoying catapult-like objects, as you can see, like we've already got flinked up for the sake of time. So, yeah, that's secret number 4. And the 5th and the final secret is just on top of that particular, the cage that actually contains another power star, despite the fact that I somehow, barely touched the block, so I have no idea why I just managed to compromise that. So anyways, oh boy, this is gonna be a leaps of faith, isn't it? Gonna do it! Oh! Top notch! Even though, mind you, I got damage right there from that fall damage, but whatever. We've made it to the very top. No need to worry about the forms of hitting that little, water level switching, so, that's pretty awesome and top notch. Alright, next mission we have is, Express Elevator, Hurry Up! So, yeah, basically we need to able to, well, activate the elevator, and basically, though, that's essentially what we have to do. Although, before we do that with that, actually, I need to activate that particular switch down there. So in this case, though, is the fact that that way we can able to destroy that block over there, but also allows me to able to actually just to do the mission proper. So, yeah, that begs the question for that. So anyways, with the forms of the new cosmetic costume for Luigi this time around, though, is actually inspired by, let's just say, Vacation Luigi. So, yeah, it seems pretty interesting. And I'm pretty sure what the actual costume is actually based off from. It was actually, well, what's cool about that is the fact that Luigi actually used sunglasses. And, as far as for his outfit, it's basically, it's like a mushroom shirt. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. And, I suppose that's pretty much as far as I can say in terms of the forms of that new tour just came up ever since any forms have been, last Wednesday that I forgot to tell you guys about this. Ever since in, well, let's just say during the course of, in last Wednesday, but thankfully I've mentioned about that right now. And screw you, wall jumps, because you just somehow managed to fail on me, so, that's just great. In fact, I can't usually just try to make it up there, so I'm gonna have to able to backtrack for a bit, and then just, well, keep trying, I suppose. But, anyway, and, I suppose another thing I want to explain, and that is the fact that, yes, we actually got ourselves some bit of info for the sake of E3 2022. And sadly, though, it's gonna function the same way as the forms of how it does it on last year. which in this case though, I'm perfectly fine that E3 2022 is going to be on online yet again, just like in the forms of how it does it on 2021, which is last year. And I think this is pretty obvious of why. It's because, for the love of God, I'm sick of the forms of COVID-19. Even though, the only difference is this time, there's a new variant. In this case, it's Omicron, which I will say, it is so inconsistent, especially noticeable about the fact that I'm just getting sick of that stupid stuff right now. Although, I'm really hoping that things get chilled every now and then until maybe next year in 2023, if possible. But still, it just feels very annoying. But at least we're hoping we can still get ourselves the Nintendo Direct E3 2022 at some point. So at least that's coming up. But anyway, so enough about that. So let's go and head back in here to do, what else? The next mission. In this case, go to town for red coins. And since I'm going to be doing the red coin mission, I'm also going to be doing the, of course, the 100 coin Power Star mission as well. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So either way though, that it kind of sucks that we still can't go into E3 stuff in person again. So that was technically the third time that it's never gonna happen. So at the very least, unlike any forms of how it does it in 2 years ago, that thankfully it's not cancelled forever though. For not only for well, in person it was cancelled, but in the actual online stuff, it was cancelled back in, 2 years ago. But at least thankfully for last year in 2021, and this year in 2022, we're actually going to be getting something like online only. So, at least it's that at the very least, like I said. So we might able to actually get something related to, like I said, the upcoming Nintendo Direct during that time. Although, mind you, we're still in the early process when it comes to able to rely on the forms of Nintendo Direct speculations for the sake of time. And that might be summarized for that. And maybe we might able to actually get something new for maybe State of Play PlayStation Showcase presentations or something. Or maybe something completely special. But either way though, we'll scout away and see what happens during at some point in during summer. So, oh god, I hate those things sometimes. But thankfully though, it doesn't bother me too much with these guys though, apart from in one section when it comes to TikTok clock, which we'll point it out whenever we get into it though. But anyway, let's just go ahead and smash that particular estimation mark block. So that way we can able to get ourselves, what else, even more coins. And I need to know what's up there because well, I just want to see what's up there. Ah, just only like 2 coins, so that's a bit of a pity. But whatever, at least we can able to actually just to go ahead and go up there and, well, grab even more coins inside of this block. So, ah, dang it, I did not mean to activate the secret there, but that's okay, because, well, it's pretty obvious that we've already done that mission to begin with, so. Alright, so we need to deal with this little Chucky right here, so we can able to pick him up and throw it on any specific sides, and god darn it, I was off by 1 coin by able to actually get that 100 coin Power Star. Ah, oh well, at least there might be a coin somewhere, like, I don't know, maybe I could. Oh dang, that was painful. But hopefully we were able to actually find a coin somewhere. So, in fact, kind of think about it though, maybe I could probably go hit up there and activate that particular water level switching, and that way we can able to actually get back up there, maybe. So that way we can able to actually investigate on that particular wooden plank platform right here. And sure enough, there we go. And time to do this awesome moment, ground pound with it, and that way I obviously obtain a star easily. Sometimes I always attempt to do that, especially noticeable I noticed the fact that certain speedrunners always attempt able to do that method when the 100 coin Power Star just managed to show up. And then basically, when it shows up entirely, if you somehow jump, and then that way you can able to perform a ground pound during the same time, or the same period, then basically you would instantly manage to grab it instantly. So yeah, that's actually pretty super dope and cool at the same time. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much as far as I can say about this, honestly, even though, like I said, during the course of my Mario Kart tour progressioning for the sake of the Singapore tour, and I do apologize on that background noise you'd be hearing because my dogs are actually gone bonkers recently, so I do apologize for that. So in this case though, now we need to able to activate the cannon to the likes of the Bob-omb Buddy, but it's actually kind of impossible to do with this angle. So, oh jeez, I could have able to actually decided just to jump a little bit higher once I've gone into the actual painting, instead of the forms of just trying to enter it normally. But either way though, it knows what it is. So let's just go ahead and... ah, oh, dang it. I somehow keep messing things up with that jump. Okay, come on. I need to able to play, like, hardcore and stuff. Okay, come on, triple jump. Don't give up on me now. There we go. And that way, we can able to talk to Bob-omb Buddy, and then we can now able to activate the cannon, so that way we can now able to go into the next section of this level. So, yeah, pretty much, as far as I can usually describe it, that it should be a piece of cake, like I said. So, alright, so we'll just go ahead and just swim to the left here, and... yeah, I guess that's pretty much as far as I can say about this for the most part. I would like to discuss on certain other details a little bit more, but honestly, I think I'll let Ray the Flying Squirrel will mention more infos about it during the next few days, specifically by the majority of January and eventually on February, because, well, it seems totally obvious about the fact that I know it's a bit kind of bare bones for this whole discussion, but honestly, guys, I think I've already mentioned quite a few bits and bobs. Like, you know, that since that E3 2022 is now going to be on online only, just like it informs about it doesn't on last year, and at least I'm happy it's still happening though, but it's just the fact that it's going to be online focused only. So yeah, it's kind of a shame that ever since about 3 years ago, since in 2019, that we actually did manage the last time that most people seem to went into the reality when it comes to E3 presentations and stuff. And that was the forms of 2019, where they showcased not only in terms of some other games coming to the Nintendo Switch, like for instance Pokemon Sword and Shield, but also say applies to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and as a remake on the likes of the Game Boy Color game, and also Luigi's Mansion 3, where it has like a very, very cool aesthetic displays and stuff like that, which is pretty cool back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. And there's also for the likes of Astral Chain or something like that, and maybe some other titles here and there as well, which I honestly keep forgetting. Oh, I don't know if Mario Maker... oh yeah, I think Super Mario Maker 2 was actually an appearance on the E3 2019, but usually to show off some of these the demonstrations of the game, like how the game plays out. So yeah, I guess that's pretty obvious. And yeah, I do apologize for this background noise for this point, guys, because hopefully I'll just try to able to, well, calm them down. And yeah, it's just the fact that they always just seem to able to actually bark a lot. I mean, usually a lot. So hopefully though, until the next video though anyway, then I should able to actually make things a little bit more quiet and comfortable. So yeah, I honestly apologize for that. So but relatively speaking, it's just the fact the matter is though, is that we've only got about let's say 15 days to go until we moved on to February. So at least at the very least, that February might actually be a bit interesting, because as far as what I've heard, that relatively speaking, that maybe the next Nintendo Direct, speaking of which, might be hosted on to February once again, much like the forms of how it does on last year, and especially noticeable in 2019 as well. So, but at least depends on the forms of what day they'll do it, because I know for the fact that last year they did it on 17th, which is, I think it's more accurately like a halfway point from that month of February, and despite that Direct is okay, back in the day for about a year ago, well, apart from some very exciting stuff they brings us, like, for instance, Mario Golf Super Rush, despite, I found the game alright, but it's not my absolute favorite Mario Golf game, but, it is good enough as it is, and, what else did they reveal? Oh yeah, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and, Splatoon 3, that was a great last reveal from that particular Direct since about a year ago, and, yeah, so I can honestly try to explain about that, and why did I manage to get bombs for that particular roof over there? Nah, that doesn't make sense to me, but, oh well. Alright, I believe we actually got about, 88 Power Stars, so I think we've pretty much at, I would say 32 Power Stars left, so now let's go ahead and take care of the last mission on this world, and that is Mission 6, Quick Race Through Downtown. So, and that way, we'll pretty much conclude course number 11, which is Wet Dry World. So, yeah, I could have able to actually do that thing from earlier ago, as you saw, so that way I can able to actually instantly manage to talk to Bub Buddy from the get-go, but either way though, I obviously managed to did this the hard way, so... Anyways, back to the cannon again, and, well, we need to head back into downtown again, so... And I believe if you somehow manage to able to do, can't afford to able to deal with the 100 coin Power Star at all, and, basically, if you accidentally come across into this area, well, if you accidentally activate that particular water switching, or the water level switch, basically there's no way you can go back, because obviously there is no way you can able to get out of the cage. Although, unlike in Super Mario 64 DS, only if you play as Luigi, basically you can able to actually find your way to easily escape from that particular long and tall cage. So, at least that's that, I suppose. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and swim downwards and activate the switch in the process for the sake of time. And, hopefully, we need to find the vanish cap as much as we can. And, thankfully, we've managed to find it here. And that way, not only do we can able to actually clear for those certain walls, but also clear for that cage as well. But I'm still having problems with my triple jump skills when it comes to grabbing on ledges and stuff. But that's okay though, because we're just gonna have to wait until when Vanish Cap power-ups manage to able to be over and done with. So in this case though, now we can able to... Oh, god dang it, this camera angle is kind of awkward. But thankfully we've made it. And there we go. We've actually now up to 89 Power Stars. And I think that pretty much concludes Wet Dry World. So, yeah, only 4 more worlds to go for this point, guys. So, in this case, though, is the fact that, and also we've pretty much almost done with the second floor as well. So, I guess we're pretty much getting the endings off here. So, join me next time on Let's Play Super Mario 3D All-Stars in Super Mario 64. We'll move on to the next world. So, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Later, fellas.